how this works. How about a little? There we go. Not the best, but it's something. All right, hello to everybody, and welcome to Thursdays at the Grant. Just doing a. There we go. Yeah, I think the battery in that remote's dying. Hello, Nico. And yeah, since this is the winter shutdown at work, definitely have time to do some Thursdays at the Grant. Of course, done when I have possible time. And during a normal work day, that'll be a single game. But like I said, we have shutdown, so we are going to do more than that. Hello, Tom Riley. While we're at it. So this time I remembered to bring a marker and an eraser just in case any of the numbers will change on the board. The triple, the single, any of the top numbers there. And maybe that's why we haven't done so well. Been forgetting to bring the marker down. Or I just suck and we've just on a high run. Oh, yeah, and I made new score sheets, but from my used the template from my workplace yeah, those need to be, there's highs and lows from the workplace that are on there, and I forgot to change those, but and the statement that's at the bottom I think will still hold true. You'll see when we get to that point. And speaking of getting to that point, let's huck a ball. All right, now if I hit that closest piece of wood on the left on the very tip, maybe. Or better yet, hit the far left of the piece of wood on the right. Well, that worked well. And that's a 10. Hit fair wood before it, well, it never really went in the gutter. But if it did, it hit fair wood first, so it still counts as a 10. Put this in here. Empty the dehumidifier for it to put the thing back in. Game number 2. Gotta wait for that piece of wood in the middle to, there we go, to settle. Jinx it by saying it, but so far we got a perfect game. Unlike the other game with the big ball and the fat pins, and I even think ducks as well. In Candlepin, all you have to do is knock them all down in each frame. Lowest score you can get for a perfect game is 100, 10 tens. Number 3. Yay! Lesson no more. There goes, like I said, I probably jinxed it by saying perfect game so far. And a lousy 6. Oh well. Frame 4. It is great. And the halfway point. Of course, halfway point will be shown after I re-rack for frame 6. There's a recovery. Nothing really impressive, but niner. Alrighty. Finally got around to, like I said, I took the workplace parking lot one. Just slapped the Grant Street stuff on it. Here we go. We're at 43. The parking lot high scores are still there. And could still say this is true. This is just a commenting channel. Somebody can afford. There's no room for an automated system. It's literally maxed out as best as I can. In fact, you can't even do a full delivery. You have to ski ball it. Well, anyway, 43. Hello to everyone. Frame 6. There we go. The Steve Brunchuk special. And a lousy 7. All right, frame 7. And this is going to be a long day. Because like I said, not working. Oh, that piece of wood had to roll. I'm going to have to play that one. Or miss it. 8 is great. Frame 8. There we go. There's the other ball. Alrighty then, frame 9. It's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Yeah. Lousy leaf, but a 6 fill, not too bad. That already puts us up into 80s. And now I've got the Woolworths to deal with. So it's either an 8 or a 9. Or a 10. And final frame for the first game. And a lousy 7. Game ain't too bad. Again, I'll show you once we're re-racked. I mean, so long as the pins are not a 1/4 inch off, we're actually setting them better than a Bowmore can. Not sure about the Janes or AMFs. Anyway, lousy 7 on both ends of that half. Spare with a 6 fill. 91. No records broken or anything like that. All right, game number 2. I know how much everyone loves when it's pin setting time. Game number 2. Like I said, in order to make the lane as big as it is, there's enough room just for a pit, so not enough room for machinery. Not even height clearance for it either. And like I said, with enough room to do a skee ball shot and not a full approach, we're only looking at 16 feet from the foul line to the center of the head pin. So, anyway, game number 2. The other way this time. Well, that's not how Lesson to More works, but it was an attempt. And we're off to a lovely start with a 7. That might be an omen. Really, really bad first ball return shot there. Oh, inching up. That's an 8. I wonder how this is going to start. All right, that's definitely a help. Oh, there's a first. Oh, the tension let go on it. Oh, wait a minute. Thing undid itself. This twist held tight, but it's not tightening. I don't know what to make of that. Anyway, El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Will it stay up? Because it's supposed to tighten twist to tighten, and tighten it did not do. Yeah. Mediocre 5 there. Oh, 2 in a row. Also, unlike 10-pin bowling and ducks as well, a turkey just has to be 3 marks in a row. Strike, spare, combination of each. Oh, there we go. If you don't succeed, turn the rod the other way. The rod actually, on both sides, sits in a channel, so it's not just butt tight up against the wall. It's also in a channel. So if it were to have loosened, it would still stay put. But apparently it loosened too much. Here's El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will this one be? Through another lousy 5. Oh, we got helpful wood though, for at least a 9 if we hit the head pin. May not be a high-scoring game. Might actually make the list, but that's the first time a turkey has happened. Like I said in Candlepin, it just has to be 3 marks in a row, and we got 3 spares in a row. And it's halftime, so once I reset, I'll show you the score. All right, once again, El Stinko the bonus ball. But before we shoot El Stinko, let's do what we promised. Okay, the ball's going to stay where I put it. Lousy start. Decent now. 3 spares in a row. We are at 55 with El Stinko the bonus ball to come. Alrighty. No one wanted to touch the king. So that's a 9. All right, I just wanted to be sure I got the math right. Number looked funny, but it's right. 64 for the half. And another spare. I think we're going to have a number to put down on the singles. Also, I want to add up the first 3 when we get to that point. I can't reach it. There it is. Well, another frame, this time number 7, another El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what this one does. Stink to high heaven. Spread eagle with a 4. Well, could have been worse. 8 is great. Noel Stenko. And a 9. All right, 2 frames. I need 5 to get a new third place score. All right, frame 9. Four Horsemen does it. We got at least a new third place game. Welcome to Masons. And again, it is Mason's pins and Mason's bowling balls. All right, a 10 will get us a new second place number. All right, 9 will get us a new second place number. 8 means nothing changes because we tied second. Anything less, then it's third. Have to wait for that to settle down. There she goes. All right, so we got a new second place number. Oh, I needed all 10 to make a new second place. 9 would tie it and mean nothing. Although still a good. All right, so this is the second. And 114 is now third. It's only by a point, but at the end we'll change the we'll change it up on the whiteboard. Or I might just do it now. Why not? It all ended, but yeah, whatever. 115. You know, while I'm thinking of it. Well, these whiteboards do not like this stuff sitting on there for any extended period of time. All right, so now I get a 115. So that'd be a 6. Just making sure. All right, so far after 2, we're at 206. So game number 3, once we reset, which I normally do before I show everything off and do whatever. Alrighty. All right, game number 3. All right, 272 is third. So I think we're definitely going to get a new triple up there on the board, whether it's third, second, or first. Because I only need 64 points in this entire game to match the third. See, remember to bring the marker and the eraser, and suddenly things get better. Then that happens. then that happens. All right, second best way to start. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? That's a 9er and a 19 frame to start with. Hey, remember who's playing. Yeah. Alrighty. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling, where the right ball still can get you can still get screwed by it. And let's see what happens. I guess that happened. Since it hit the wood first, it's still a good ball. Alrighty. Frame 4. I'll jinx it by saying this, but 4 frames with at least a 10, so a perfect game so far. Fifth frame, halfway through this one. Starlight 5. So far we have a perfect half. Actually, we do have a perfect half. Again, reset, then show. There we go, perfect game so far. At least a 10 in each frame. Spare with a 9 fill in the first. We're at 59. Let's keep it going. So definitely getting a new triple up there on the board. Whether it's first, second, or third remains to be seen. Starlight 5 in the other direction. Well, it looks like we're getting a 9 unless I'm really lucky and hit the very cap. All right, still got a perfect streak going. All righty. Alrighty. Frame 7. And there goes the perfect game. Oh well, 8's great. So much for the perfect game, but that's alright. It's a decent game still. Well, it's either a 9 or a 10. That was on the lane, so that's good. That's the nice thing about the square-ended gutters is it's easy to tell. Alrighty. So far, there's just one imperfect frame. The game is pretty much shot in terms of perfection. Frame number 9. Alright, final frame. Well, again, a 9 or a 10 or an 8. If I hit the David Letterman gap in the middle there, we'll at least have a 9. And there's proof that wood can take it away from you. Another imperfect frame. All right. Oh, well, looks like we got a new high triple. So let me just add it up. 11. Oh, that's a wildly inappropriate number. Anyway, first off, second half. That ties an actual legit attempt. Well, actually, this is 1 point higher because pins are closer, but Brian's bowl away. 2 8 frames in, I think it was 8 and 9, and it was a 104. Well, 2 8s here, 105. And vatted it up, 311. Oh, what a number. All right, so that's the new triple. So 288 becomes third. I wrecked the 2, might as well get rid of that. 299 is second. And 311 is first. That is the only change that's going to happen today in the triple. Single game, you don't know. We might make one of those fall again. Alrighty. Game number 4. Quiet group today. Not many people, but then again, it's also early, so people probably doing stuff. Anyway, game number 4. Start with a 10. Alrighty. Frame 2. Another fine example of the wood taking it away. Well, here we go with another chance at perfection. All right, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Is it'll be a 5-game run, and then maybe ring in 2024. Well, actually, not ring in. That's start the year 2024 at a reasonable time because it's kind of loud, and I don't know how much of the booming sounds of Candlepin Bowling actually are heard elsewhere. But maybe early on I would have not. Do 5 then. So this is game 4 of 5 for today. I know these run a bit long because of the manual pin setting, travel and what have not. Anyway, frame 3 of game 4. Starlight 5. Queen's leave. And perfection ends early with 8. Frame 4. Nine is fine. right, frame 5. Another 9. Set up and then halftime. I'll see it. Some new messages. I'll get to that after the reset. Oh, this one almost made it into the workshop. Halftime. Plus the new messages that I saw. Well, it's there, but disappearing now. Pair of 10s, 8. A pair of 9s, 46. As I said, I'll do 5 games today. And then New Year's Day, we'll do another 5. Jonathan Moss back, if I got that right. Love the channel. I'd like to make a trip up to New England, go camp up to New England. Any hope of getting the last KOP? Yeah, that is something I need to ask them again, is what happened to February 2020's King of the Palace? The last 3 episodes ever. Anyway, let's finish this. Game and a half to go, and then we're calling it good for today. Then I'll take you up close to see the... Oh, and stay tuned, because every Thursday at the Grant, and New Year's as well, after the last game is the high-low mega jackpot. Can't call it high-low jackpot because Mark Ritchie and Riverwalk Lanes owns that one. And that's where, if I can make the high-low jack, TNC Bank and Trust will not pay me 25 cents. They will pay 50 cents. Because it's that much harder. So we're a game and a half from that moment. So let's continue. There, finally. All right. brain here. Sitting here. Lots of little things that are literally digging into my kneecaps. All right. It's also time for El Stanko, the bonus ball. Let's see what the bonus is. Oh, he hasn't shown up in a while. Say hello to Bob Caleri. Halfway decent 5. Go for the easy one for a 9. Alrighty, frame 8. Perfect. That was a last minute rollover. We already knocked them all down though. All right, right now. Oh yeah, El Stinko. Boy, did that stink. 3-5. And at 10 pin though. Niner. All right, so there's no way to meet the singles. Final frame. If I get a spare and then a strike, we'll meet the third place single. Otherwise, we need to strike and get a second strike, which we know is for the most part impossible because it's only ever happened once, getting a strike, and it was backdoor. But it's still a good game, so. And Reed is great. Set up for the final game and go over the results. All right, I'm thinking. Take this down for a second. Problem is, this is actually too short, but that's the way the board's, and so the ball hops, goes over the rail. Plus, it kind of goes to the right a little bit from the pinboy's point of view. But I was thinking, towel rack there. Gonna get a towel, put it there. And some places have a tray for a damp face cloth. Probably put one on here because there's structure, and put something that'll, that tray will help keep the ball from going too far airborne and off the rails, shall we say. Oh yeah, maybe you might want to see how the final game went. Oh, wait a minute, not the final game, the final frame. We got one more to go. A couple of spares with a couple of fills of mediocrity. Decent ending though. And we got a 102. Alrighty, time for some disappointment. Usually that's how the last game is. It's usually the disappointing one. Let's find out. And, oh yeah, I put the first ball here. Alright, here we go. And I went for broke because there was no real win or lose. It's 1 point difference, and wound up on the short end there with 7. Alright. Yeah, that ties the worst start, which, yeah, whatever, it's a start. Here we go. final game. And remember, stay tuned after this game. It's the high-low mega jackpot. Nine is fine. That ties the worst. The worst today. Frame number 4. How does that happen? Eight is great. Well, consider what we had there. Yeah, we're tied for the worst game for today. All right, the halfway point. Now, if I hit that moving wood, then it would have been the shot would have been no good. It was out of the way, so who cares? And again, that's how it works anyway, from what I've seen. Yeah, I think it might be time to wash these bowling balls. They have not been washed. Ever. Well, ever since they left Mason's. Lovely 7, then a 10, 9, 8, spare. 35 with El Stinko the bonus ball. I mean, 40. Boy, I'm good at math. It would be a 44 with El Stinko the bonus ball. So it's barely better than worse right now. This will make it a little much better than worse. A little much. All right, a very decent eight. Making the half of 52. Makeable spare. Two in a row. Once again, El Stinko. Let's see what this one gives us. That last one was the first good one that... Actually, no, there were some good ones. Never mind. Anyway, time to throw it. Well, Bob Cleary decided to show up again. Five fill there. That's a Mason's pin. The gyroscopes will keep it up. Didn't expect it to go that way. Alrighty. I'm just looking at the score here, trying to figure out where it lands. I think it's in the middle now. been in the low 50s today, and with the furnace heating up and one of the ducts I've disconnected that doesn't do anything, that decided to leave that way so you can actually heat the basement. It's warm enough that you might have seen them in shorts. Anyway, frame 8, and again, high-low mega jackpot at the end of this game. Well, now I gotta wait for that thing. Now the rule is, if it's still and you throw it, then it moves again, it counts as good. So long as you deliver and it was still. Anyway, it's still. Well, we haven't seen that at all today, surprisingly. That's what I think of their middle finger. Now it's one of the better games. Alrighty. Frame 9. And over the deadwood line this pin goes. So I'm going to get rid of it. That's a 9. Well, this should be over 100. I think the worst frame we had here was a 4. Alrighty. Just need 4 to hit 3 digits. Alright, stay tuned because we have the high-low mega jackpot. Alrighty, kids. Alrighty, kids. Oh, this is literally falling apart. Alright, kitties. It's time for the high-low mega jackpot. 1 ball, 3 pins. Knock them all down. 50 cents. But we need the effect. Ooh. That's how you know it's serious. 1 ball, 3 pins. Can we do it? Well, I guess we know the answer to that. So, we've shown you the spare, a 5 fill, pair of 10s, 9 and a 10, 106. So as I said at the end, we'll show you the board up close and personal. The single, we now have a new one at 115, so 114 moves to third. The triple, how appropriate. 299 and 288 move down. And that is what we have today. Just check. Hello, Derek C. Just in time to say goodbye. And that's the 5 games today at Grant Street Candlepins. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.